Welcome peeps, it's currently 10:56 p.m. Monday, September 29, 2025, and I just wanted to give a breakdown for the month of September on how much I made, and I just feel like it was right. Like, the month just finished. I'm here talking about Uber, side hustles, this and that and that and that, and I just wanted to break down you guys how much I made as a 21-year-old full-time student doing two side hustles and basically how I made it. So let's jump right into the video. Alright peeps, so this is exactly how I made $213,993.63 in the month of September 2025. I already created a little, skit for you guys. Really organized and concise, ready to go. So all in all, two income streams for the month of September, and they were Uber and fruit distribution, or fruit vending, fruit selling, anything you want to call it. For the first week of Uber, which was September 1 to 8, I only did trips for 2 days. So on September 4th, I got $350 in cash and $4,350.74 on the card. On September 5th, I got $500 in cash and $1,022.91 on the card. So in total, for the first week of Ubering, I got $850 in cash and $5,373.65 on the card. So the total revenue was $6,223.65. However, during these trips, the gas that I put in the car was $2,000. So the profit was $4,223.65. Or if you're looking on it from a percentage standpoint, that would have been 67.86% ROI, or return on your investment. Please note, however, that there were days I placed more gas in the tank than actually used or needed. Therefore, there were times where I could have spent less and saved more. So there's a probability, instead of $4,000, I could have kept a little bit more, probably even 4.5, 4.65, depending on how you look on it. For the second week of doing Uber, I did Uber 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days out of this week. On the 8th, I got $1,600 in cash and $417.34 on the card. For gas, I only put $1,000 in the tank. On September 9th, I got $750 in cash, but $1,767.87 on the card. September 10th, I didn't get any money in cash at all, and I got $1,516.40 on the card. In terms of gas, I paid $1,000. On September 11th, I got $2,130 in cash, and on the card I got $8,196.45 on the card, and I spent $1,500 on gas. Oh, and this week as well, I think I got a lot of promotions as well as some tips on the card, so that's what made this number seem so large and the gas seem so small, because I didn't really burn a lot of gas to make this $10,000 right here. September 12th, the cash I got was $800, and the card was $3,656.58 with an expense of $1,500 in gas. And then when you come over in this section right here, I have the total for the week. Cash in total, I got $5,280 on the card. I got $15,554.64, and gas, I got $5,000. I used $5,000 in gas. So the revenue overall was $20,834.64. The profit was $15,834.64. So therefore, for the second week Ubering, September 8th to September 15th, it was a 76% return on investment, or ROI. Moving on to week 3, and I only Ubered for 3 weeks for the month of September, so I didn't really do it for most of the month. September 15th, I received $1,500 in cash and $2,287.46 on the card, and I spent $1,500 in gas. On the 17th, I got $600 in cash, $1,780.49 on the card, and I spent $1,000 on gas. On the 18th, I got $1,150 in cash, $937.78 on the card, and $1,000 in gas. September 21st, $2,650 in cash, $1,554.61 on the card, and I spent $2,000 in gas. So the total for the third week, in terms of cash, I got $5,900. The card, I got $6,560.34. Gas, I spent $5,500. Therefore, the revenue was $12,460.34, and the profit was $6,960.34, or a 55.86% return on my investment. So Uber overall, I got $12,030 in cash, $27,488.63 on the card, and I spent $12,500 in gas. So the overall revenue in just 11 days was $39,518.63, and the profit was $27,018.63, which was overall 68.37% return on investment. And please bear in mind that overall I was online for 23 hours and 36 minutes. I rounded it up to 24 hours, and in basically 2 days, the revenue was $1,646.61 per hour. That's how much I earned, or profit $1,125.78 per hour. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's better than minimum wage. I can't complain. And yeah, so I took home $27,018.63 in just 11 days being online, or 24 hours being online. So you can tell me if that's good or not. I'm quite satisfied. I'm quite grateful, and yeah, I like it. So it wasn't too bad. And now we'll move on to the bulk of where most of my money came from, which was fruits. And I started selling fruits from the 30th of August, Saturday, 2025. And even up until today, I still sold some fruits, but we'll get into it as we go along. So for Saturday, August 30 to Saturday, September 6th, the revenue was $33,975, and the profit was $7,975, which was 30.3% return on investment. So yeah, or ROI. Yeah. Friday, September 5 to Thursday, September 11, the revenue for that week was $47,950, and the profit was $10,950, or a 29.59% return on investment, or ROI. And when I say return on investment, it's the amount of money I put in. I got 29.59% more, or 29.59% of this $47,950 that I initially invested in the first place. Moving on to Wednesday, September 10 to Monday, September 15, the revenue was $19,800, and the profit was $6,800, or a 52.31% return on investment. So I made more than half of this in 1 week, which I find to be quite good. I almost doubled my money in 1 week. Next, we have Wednesday, September 17 to Wednesday, September 24. The revenue was $72,750, literally. The profit was $20,900, or 40.3% ROI. So overall, the revenue was $174,475. Profit was $46,625, or 26.72%, right? However, give me 1 second. However, However, right, based on my calculations, apparently I didn't record my stock or my inventory as efficiently as I should have, because I have this bag right here where I keep all my cash, right? And I also have a book. Let me stretch for it. I literally have this black book, and in this black book, I write down every single expense, every single purchase, every single sale, every single thing is in this book. I write down everything on a daily basis when the day ends. And when I check this book is telling me things differently than things differently than when I check my literal cash. Seeing that there probably have been days where I didn't record as efficiently as I should. So when I do the maths, when I check the money, I'm owed $46,800, and I have a specific bank account that I place my fruits money in. And when I checked it, it was $1,600. The fruits cash, as in the amount of cash that I have in this bag right now, is $11,650, and I also have inventory in my storage facility. So right now my inventory is worth $46,900 in revenue, and when everything is supposed to be sold, it's projected to give me $11,110.47 in profit, right? So therefore, when you add up all of these figures plus this, I actually have $106,950. $106,950. And also keep in mind that for the month of September, I actually started this month with $32,100. So that is the capital I used, and I converted this capital, which is $32,100, into $106,950. Therefore, the profit for this month would be $74,850, and from a capital standpoint, I increased my money by 233%. In just 1 month, I more than doubled my money. Literally, I more than doubled my money in just 1 month. So I turned 32K into 106K in just 1 month. But when you check it out, the revenue was $174,475, and the profit was $74,850, or 42.9% return on my investment. So I invested 174K, and I made back 74,000 from this 174. So this is the capital I used to start. Every single month or every single week, I would buy more and more stock. Then that capital plus the profit would be the revenue, and then I minus the capital, and that would be the profit. I hope this is not too confusing for you guys. I hope I'm making sense. But this is the breakdown. And then when I put everything in a little summary, the two income streams combined, revenue from Uber was $39,518.63. Fruits was $174,475. And when I added that up, I got $213,993.63 in revenue, and profit. The Uber profits were $27,018.63. Fruits was $74,850, and the total profit for this month was $101,868.63. And I did all of this while going to school. I did all of this continuing throughout my life, continuing life on a regular basis. Nothing drastically changed. I still study, I still do my little exercise, I still hang out with people, I basically still do everything I do on a regular basis. This didn't necessarily take much time out of my life for me to adapt or change or alter anything in any way. Like this was just me. And I'm very happy, I'm very grateful that I had the ability to even come up with this type of money on my own, completely independent of any employer, of any parent. This was all me. I sourced all my customers on my own. Obviously, I have to give props to having access to a vehicle. If I didn't have access to a vehicle, this would not have been possible. But this right here, my guys, this right here, the fruits. Anybody could have done this. I came across an opportunity a couple years ago, and I just followed through with the dream. I followed through with the passion. I followed through with the idea, and every single year the fruits increases in revenue and profit over time. I get better at sales, and I constantly progress, and now I'm at the stage where I'm at $101,000, bro. This is, I don't know, to me this is really good. I know there's like room for improvement, but for a 21-year-old with no like responsibilities per se, and I came up with this money on my own, like genuine business side hustles, or I don't even know if like at this stage you'd consider 74K or 174K to be a legitimate business. I haven't registered it as yet, but I don't know if you would consider me to have a actual running business. If you're interested, I could break down the fruits business a little bit more in a different video. But all in all, guys, this is it. I made 214K in 1 month going school full time. So hopefully this inspires you in some way. Hopefully this opens your eyes to opportunities. Jamaica is filled with opportunities. Don't let anyone tell you that there aren't any opportunities. Just look around you. There are always problems to solve. I'm talking like this is like millions of dollars, but it's something. You know what I mean? So you know, go there and do something if that's what you really want. So this is the end of the video, guys, and this is how I made $214,000 in 1 month. 21 years old in Jamaica. So catch you guys later.